On the set is Congressman Issa. It's good to have you in New York, from California, of course, and sits on the House Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committee. You're shaking your head. What's your take?
Well, Juan doesn't know this, but Deputy McCabe has already said that she was treated like no other witness. And as that comes out, the soft peddling, the actual sworn testimony, people are going to realize that both the Benghazi investigation and then the email that followed up, these are examples where there's two sets of standards. But I want to give a shout out. Both in Benghazi investigation and now at the Department of Justice, it's an inspector general, a watchdog that goes, still part of the executive branch, that goes out and finds these things. At the IRS, it was the inspector general, a watchdog, independent watchdog. These men and women, about 74 key IGs, continue to be the best tools we have to get past the fact that there's an internal bias, and you mentioned it. People have this bad habit of thinking they protect the institution. For the years I was on the Select Intelligence Committee and for the years I chaired oversight, I discovered that the highest level of classification at any agency is unclassified but embarrassing. That the reality is they will do more to keep you from seeing something that embarrasses than they will some Russian spy.
Yeah, I think there's something, to protect the institution, to protect the way of life, to protect your job, if it's embarrassing, I think I agree with you. It's probably the bar here in some cases. What about this 4-page memo? Because we talked to Representative Gates, we spoke with other people.
The bad news is I've read it.
This is so damning. So is it as damning as the perception? And is Comey named in there? Is Mueller named in there?
Okay. Because I've read it, of course I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that it is a roadmap. It was written by the majority, but it is a roadmap to the support documents would also have to be made available of just how bad it is and just how wrong.
Meaning what?
Well, the actions that were taken in this memo alleges actions that I read it, that I believe, and I can't authenticate one versus another, but many of them have been reported. And now it's a question of you see the memo and it gives you the roadmap to what actually happened.
People need to, we need to see this thing.
Well, and you asked the question.
Is that going to happen?
It is going to happen, but here's why it's taking so long. Member after member, and Democrats are choosing not to read it for the most part, member after member has to go down and read it. We cannot ask the Select Intelligence Committee to declassify it.
It's 4 pages.
I understand, but to get members to go read a document and then be in the situation I'm in where I could talk about all the things we think we know, once you've read it, until the American people see it, you're locked out of talking about it. But I will tell you, the American people have an absolute right to know this, just like some of these other investigations that we've had.
And are you confident that they will?
I'm confident that the committee will vote. I'm sad to say Adam Schiff and the Democrats will all vote no. But then when the people of America see the 4 pages and then the additional documents, what they're going to see is we have a problem in the FISA.
So you have no fear whatsoever that when this comes out, people aren't going to say, well, that was a lot of nothing.
The American people keep hearing about FISA courts. They keep hearing about
they're looking for corruption in the FBI. That's basically the message that has been sent, that it's going to be so damning that people are going to be fired as soon as it gets read.
I'm less concerned about that than I am that we have to fix the institution that allows your Fourth Amendment, your privacy right to be circumvented using these techniques. Remember, this all started off, this whole investigation with the special prosecutor started off trying to prove that Trump's, incoming administration colluded with the Russians. Right. And now what you actually have is the Department of Justice colluding with the Democratic Party.
We have two sides of this equation that everybody wants to know the answers to. Congressman Issa, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Really good to see you tonight.